Insta360 1R 1-inch. I've used Insta360 for about 6 months now. This thing is an absolute game changer. Not just the 1-inch, but the whole genre of Insta360 1R. I want to give you a quick disclaimer here. I actually use the camera for real life action sports. I don't take this thing on walks on the beach and vlog my dog going for a run. I use this on the ice every single day. This thing gets beaten up, it gets skated over, it gets hit with pucks. So this thing has actually been tested in real life action sports. Let's begin the review. So this is a modular action camera, and what that means is basically you can take it apart. So the battery, the screen, everything comes off, it turns around, so you can have the screen facing in front. You can also have the screen facing on the back. The one nice thing about it too is this is the 1-inch edition of the camera. You can swap it out for the 4K modular edition, or if you want to shoot in 360, you can also shoot it as a 360 action camera. Ready to go every time. The thing that I think I like the most about the 1R is that I've been using GoPros for 4 years plus as of this moment in time. With using those GoPros, I used to have so many issues. The batteries crap out, the thing freezes, it glitches, it stops recording, it starts recording. GoPro makes a great action camera, but it's at the point where when I'm using GoPro, or when I was using GoPro, I couldn't even film with it anymore because anytime I turn it on, anytime I use it, I wasn't sure, was it actually filming what I wanted to film? Was it filming in the mode that I wanted, in the settings that I wanted? Or is this just making my entire ice time an entire write-off? Like, it doesn't get the job done. And when I switched to Insta360, I haven't had that problem. The thing shoots in the modes that I want it to shoot in. It shoots when I want it, and when I don't want it to, I don't have any issues. I set it up, I press record, and then it's as simple as that. Now the camera's going, I let it go, and it does all the work for me. Whether I have the screen on the front, on the back, doesn't matter. Whether I have the 1-inch, the 4K, it simply works. And at the end of the day, as somebody who's using an action camera to film action sports, not my dog or my kid walking on the freaking beach, this thing gets the job done and it's durable. I think the number one thing about why it's so durable is that I got a lens in here, 4K mod that I got. This is a new one I have, this is the original. And if you look closely, this thing has been hit with multiple pucks square on the lens. Ice hockey pucks, slap shots, wrist shots on the lens. Nothing happened. The 1-inch, taking a couple pucks off it just this week alone. And although Insta360 told me when I got the camera, this thing is very delicate, don't use it on the ice, it'll break. It's taken pucks, 2 pucks this week off the glass, and nothing has happened. And I think it speaks to how durable the camera truly is, because there's nothing worse, $400 or $500 on an action camera, and you go to use the camera and it breaks. When you have a camera like this that does so many good things, it's tough, it's rugged, and it gets the job done, it does great footage. I don't think there's a single thing greater in the market and the fact that it gets the job done. So this is the 4K and this is the 360 mod. I did a dedicated review to both the 4K and the 360 1R back in about April or May-ish, so if you want, I'll put a link in the description, you can check that out. This entire video is going to be focused more so on the 1-inch. Now, you have that front-facing screen, so when I'm on the ice and I'm putting it up against the boards, or when I'm putting it where I can't turn around to see the back of the camera, the front-facing screen tells me everything that I need to know. Is the shot lined up? Do I have the angle that I want? Do I need to tilt the camera up? Do I need to tilt it down? Normally an action camera, audio is just trash. You can't use it. I've tried in the past vlogging on an Osmo Action on a GoPro. Like my entire travel vlog that I posted a while ago, moving to Sweden from North America, was filmed on the Osmo, and the Osmo audio wasn't great. But when I'm using the 1-inch, I don't know what's going on here, but the microphone, whatever the audio it's picking up, is incredible. Like, take a look at some of the audio and some of the clips that we got here, especially the low light when we're filming in the dark. We're heading in the grocery store. We're going to test the vlogability of the 1R, see how things look, indoor colors. I'm making it inside of here. Thanks for coming. Thoughts there, Skippy? Oh. You missed the train.
Does it show in flat color profile?
Yes, it does. By the way, the audio is great. I'm pretty positive you'll be able to hear me here because the audio on the ice is so fantastic.
Flat color profile look good. In post, Trav will probably butcher the color grading though.
You're fired.
My bank card works, my Visa doesn't work. You're a sugar daddy. Stevie daddy.
Papa Swings knows as well as anybody else, when I go home to North America, I want to get a Tesla.
Nice. How's the legroom back there?
It's good. Nice little white leather, so make sure you're not doing the nasty in here too often. Ask him if I can honk the horn.
No, don't.
Excuse me, what kind of cool things can this car do that I don't already know about? Ooh, did it get hotter in here? Oh, sweet. So I've been told by various sources, when your Tesla gets into a jammer, they take the car and lift it into like a bomb-proof bin for 2 weeks because there's a very good chance in Europe that it will explode. That's comforting.
I can buy. I took you to this place.
I won't argue with you.
Yeah.
Every bit of footage you just saw there was filmed on this 1-inch edition of the 1R. The audio is from the camera, the footage is from the camera. One thing that I like about it is that it shoots in log, which is basically, it shoots it very plain Jane, so you can take the footage after, make it look better if you want to color correct it. If you're like the camera guy that I got working for me behind the scenes here, he's on me all the time. You can appease those kind of people. But if you're like me, when you got nobody watching you behind closed doors, you just hit the balance color button, Final Cut Pro, it'll look great. Typically, in years past, vlogging would be a big gorilla pod, a big camera, you put it on, and it is an absolute arm workout. Shoulders are burning. The one thing that I love, and this is probably my favorite thing about anything Insta360 does, is that this here is a GoPro accessory. I know Insta360 doesn't want me to talk about GoPro, but they make very good accessories. And the number one thing that I love about Insta360 is that it works with every accessory that GoPro makes out there. So simply put, for those last couple scenes, I put my Insta360 in the Insta360 cage on my GoPro jaw clamp mount. Now I have a vlogging camera. So now this jaw clamp mount and the 1R turned into a whole vlogging setup versus the traditional gorilla pod and this big huge camera. The fact that you can vlog on this thing, it looks great in low light. Like the filming in the dark, if I was using the 1X, if I was using the GoPro, any of the other previous action cameras out there, it would look absolutely terrible in the dark. It would look noisy, it would look unusable. In my opinion, this borders what this camera would shoot at nighttime in the dark. Like it's incredible. And the fact that you can purchase this camera, the 1R right now, for I believe $700 for the whole setup, for the battery, for the mod, for the base, everything for $700. This is the best quality action camera on the market as far as filming goes. Whether you're on the ice, you're vlogging, you want to shoot a time lapse, anything that this thing does is the best in the market. And if you're like some other people, like myself, maybe you want to save a couple bucks. The nice thing too is that you can pick up the 4K edition for I think only $400. And if you want the 360 edition, I believe it's only $600. So you jump up, obviously, as the quality improves with the 360 having 2 cameras and the 4K being only $400, which is on par with what GoPro is charging. It's actually cheaper than what GoPro is charging. This is literally the best action camera I've ever used. It's the best quality. It's very durable. Have I put it through its paces enough of taking slap shots directly off the lens? No. I don't really want it, to be honest, because this thing is an awesome camera and I don't want to break it. Insta360 did want me to mention that there is an Amazon Prime Day sale going on, so there'll be a link in the description. If you want to pick up this camera, there's a smoking deal for Prime Day for the holiday season. You want to pick up whether you want the 4K, you want the 360, you want the 1-inch. Smoking deals, links in the description. There will also be a link down in the description for the Insta360 website, whether you want to pick up the 1X, which is the original 360 camera from Insta360, or you want the 1R, the 1-inch, the 4K. I have my own affiliate link from the Insta360 website, and if you pick the camera up through that link, I do get a small kickback. Considering I want to go back to North America driving a Tesla, I would appreciate it if you use that link. I also want to say thanks to Insta360 because when I was having these GoPro problems not too long ago, they reached out to me and they hit me up with the original 4K edition of the 1R. And although I was skeptical at the time, I haven't looked back since, and I will not be using a GoPro anytime soon. There's a reason the Hero 9 has come out and I don't have it, and there's a reason I'm not using it. GoPro, they have these nice features coming out, but they don't fix the actual core problems. The fact that it doesn't get the job done. This gets the job done. Again, thanks to Insta360. I hope you enjoyed this review. I don't do camera reviews very often, but obviously camera and tech is a big part of making videos on a daily basis. So if you want, I would highly recommend you subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video because we do new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.